Okay, so it's Friday afternoon. I'm driving around doing my job, rekeying houses, dealing with crazy people. Somebody mad at somebody else, having to rekey it. That's the way it is. That's how I pay for my Jeep. So anyway, the Bedliner came out really nice. Now I'm at the point of having to drag out boxes of where I put stuff when I took it apart, and you try to remember where did I put that bolt or nut, and that's always a challenge. On these shock absorbers, I forgot that I had to cut the bolts off, so when I started to mount the new shocks, no bolts. So I'm going to pick up a couple bolts. My goal this weekend is to have the top on it, and I've got a few more steps to do that. But the Bedliner turned out really nice, and we're going to take a look at it here in just a few. But I'm excited that now I can start actually putting it back together, that we're finished. That's where we're at now. Okay, it's David from the Redneck Garage. It is Saturday, and I was going to give you an update on the Jeep because I've got it out of the Redneck spray booth. That's a stupid red wasp, right? Okay, so I got the bumper on, and it's covered in Bedliner, which looks awesome. I put the little fascia board in there. I'm not sure, I'm going to do a little more adjustment to that, but that's good. Put the bumper end caps on, and they may look a little strange, but once I get the fender flares on, I think they'll actually look pretty cool, because the fender flares are the wide ones, and it'll probably come out about the same width. I wasn't going to put the ends on it, but I think it's going to end up looking kind of cool. The shock absorbers are on the front, my Trailmaster that came with the lift kit, and they look cool with my green boots. Underneath the fender has bed lining underneath the fender. The Nerf bars look absolutely awesome with the Bedliner on them. I really do like that. The tops look good. The interior turned out really nice as far as the Bedliner goes. I was real happy with that. Sides of the doors have Bedliner going around the bottoms, so I can go ahead and put the weather stripping back on. I used some of the spray can Bedliner in this, and you can really tell a huge difference in this. But I didn't want to, I just wanted it on the top. I didn't want it on the edge where the top actually rests. Got the two corner pieces, got the back done, put my spare tire on. I'm going through a bunch of this crap. The back bumper looks fantastic, and the gas tank in that Bedliner. It looks really cool and rugged. So the hard part now is to kind of determine what you got to do next. I've got a windshield wiper kit. I've got the dashboard. I've got covers for all the roll bars. And I'm ready to install the top, the new Rampage top. Okay, so then you got to think about in your head, what do I got to do next? Well, the covers have to go here. I got a new sound bar. You got to take these off to put the cover on the top pieces. All right, so that means it's got to be disconnected from the windshield. I also have to put the dash on, which means the windshield has to be folded down to install the dash. Great. Now, putting on the windshield wiper system with the new flat, that's another thing that you got to deal with the windshield before you connect this up. So, heck, I don't know. I'm going to start doing one thing at a time and see where we get. But the goal is, because we're going to have some inclement weather here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I really do want to try to get the top put on this weekend, which means I got to try to accomplish all this. And in the middle of that, people call me on the phone saying, I need your help, I need this or needs that. So I'm just so excited. But let me give you a wide shot of the Jeep, how well it's looking right now. And it is getting there. I really do think it's looking good. I will say this though too, when you look at the drop cloth that I had down, you can see all the black where I sprayed underneath. And it's all Bedliner, so I'm glad I did put that down. It would be all over the driveway. This stuff doesn't go airborne, but it does get everywhere as far as the ground goes. And the pants I was wearing, they're covered in black specks, so it's going to ruin your clothes too when you spray it if you do it a lot. Okay, I bought new roll bar covers, which is the Bestop Sport Bar cover, because I couldn't get the old ones off, basically. The zippers were all rotted out. This thing sat without a top on it with just a bikini, so they were just toast. So I'm going to go ahead and put those on. So I'm going to go ahead and install these, get going on that, because it goes underneath the top. Okay, so I'm looking at the instructions, and just as a side note, I don't know what lawyer helped write this thing, but they have to put a warning on a sport bar cover. It's supposed to enhance the appearance, blah blah blah. Whether do not rely on the components to contain occupants within the vehicle. Okay, it's a sports bar cover. And then in big letters they put, wear seat belts at all times. Okay, what does that have to do with putting on a sport bar cover? Holy moly. We're run by a bunch of lawyers, let me tell you. Alright, so I'm going to start putting this stupid thing on. It looks pretty self-explanatory, I would say. Doesn't look too hard. It says 1 hour. Woo! Alright, so we got the sport bar on the back side. And now we got to do the front, which means I got to take off these 2 bars, which is a good time to go ahead and put the the dashboard in, because the windshield has to go down anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Go ahead and take these 2 bolts out of the top, drop my windshield, and then we'll do the dash and these top 2 sports bars. Okay, so that's really the purpose of that hood hardware, is to hold your windshield when it's down. And that center one is so you can strap it so it doesn't bounce up and down. Why anybody would want their windshield down, I don't know, but it'll do that. Yay. It has to slide over the steering wheel. Carefully. Okay, we got the dash shell in. Start mounting. Next thing we're going to do is start mounting the top, because it's going to rain and I need to get the top on. I've got the windshield where it flips down and the dash is in. So we should be good shape to go ahead and start installing the top. Looking good. Okay, so we got our padding on. It looks great. With the impending bad weather, I'm going to go ahead and, with Jennifer's help, start installing the new soft top. So this weekend, even if it's raining, I can get in the Jeep and work on the dash and the radio and all that other junk. So we're going to start on that and see if we can get the top put on. It might be helpful to have a separate video for Rampage soft top installation for the full kit. So I may be doing that. But that's what we're going to be doing next, right, baby? Yep. Yep. Okay, that's the updates for today on the Bedliner kit. I tell you, putting on that sport bar, Jennifer was a huge help. It was really difficult to try to hold that. There's foam that goes in behind it. And that's really the only difficult part, is getting that foam laid in there and zip it up at the same time. So she was a big help in me just holding it, and then she zipped it up. Other than that, it was pretty trouble-free of putting the sport bar on. The dashboard, of course, I restored it. I've already repainted it with a spice color, and then clear coated it with a light sheen clear coat. So the dash looks really good on there. It already has new speakers installed. That's about all I have on that. I am going to do a separate video on the top installation. I haven't been real happy with the top as far as the material, and I've got one broken piece on the zipper, so we're going to see how that kind of comes out. I've done a lot of Bestops before, and I've been super happy with them. This is a Rampage top, and I'm not so sure that I'm sold on it, but I'll know tomorrow once I get the rest of everything put on. I thought that may help some people doing a Rampage video on how to put that specific top on the YJs. So that's it for today. I'm David from Redneck Garage. Keep turning wrenches.